Just go to your phone.
We got a late start. You know, it's black people time. Y'all know how we do.
Color people time.
But hey, y'all. So, we have questions.
Magneto done kicked us to the curb already.
Magneto was our special guest tonight, but he said fuck us.
Maggie, what's up?
But y'all, hey, y'all, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Talks with Tone and Teena. If you missed part of the show, if you want to just relive the show, any of that, make sure you subscribe and push the bell notifications so that you can see our videos. Okay, so question.
What, oh yeah, we have an orange today. Hey, Joe.
Oh yes, our color is orange.
I can't.
I hope y'all have on your orange. Sue was compliant. She wore her motherfucking orange out. So we ready. Okay, so y'all ready? First question is, how are you holding up in the economy? We care about y'all. We care about y'all. How are you holding up in this economy?
Chayezda.
With gas and living
Chayezda has
expenses.
entered the chat.
Hey, Chaz.
Dre, Tahira. I can't see who else from here.
You about to take my phone in a second.
Tracy. Okay,
Brownie.
Give me your phone so I can
Hey,
engage
Brownie.
with y'all.
With gas and living expenses at an all-time high, what are some ways that people are staying afloat? Would you be willing to get a roommate to cut costs?
Okay, can I speak on this?
Definitely.
First and foremost, I feel like the cost of living and the debt to income ratio and all of that stuff is definitely at an all-time high. I don't know if y'all have seen this picture that's been floating around where someone bought a house, and I think the house was like $7,500 and the mortgage was like $49 a month, and people was like, this is why y'all grandfathers used to pay all the bills. But let's not forget, he was making motherfucking 25 cents an hour. So it's the same thing. It's just different times. But I got this question because I was on TikTok and a young lady said that she made too much money to qualify for food stamps. She made, I can't remember, I had sent it to you, but she, say for instance, she made like $3,000 a month, but her monthly expenses came to like $3,800 a month. So there was an $800
deficit.
Yeah, deficit, and she went to apply for food stamps. They turned her down because a car is a luxury. You don't gotta have a car, which you gotta have car insurance, gas, and all of that stuff.
Exactly.
Dontria.
Hey,
so she got turned down for food stamps, and she said sometimes she eats and her daughter eats and she doesn't eat. So that got me to thinking, like, what are some things that people can do, because it's really getting real out here, whether people want to face it or believe it or not. I know people care about their lashes, their hair, their wigs, and all of that.
And you want to try to maintain a certain normalcy for yourself too. And
then if you have a gang of kids, and I consider a gang of kids three or more. 3 or more is a gang of kids. So if you want to have cell phones for your kids, you know, they got the video games. It's just a lot of expenses. And what do you consider like an unnecessary expense that we have become accustomed to? And what do you consider not an you know, like what you really don't need but you have, like a cell phone?
I feel like a cell phone is a necessity in this day and time. You literally work off your phone. You literally live off your phone. Like most people's jobs are through their cell phone in some type of way, form, or fashion.
Okay, let me see who else. Okay, go ahead.
I think things that you can live without is like going out more often. I'm gonna figure this fuck out how to get on vacation some type of way.
No,
bitch, I'm never gonna say that. Yes. As long as I got a home to come home to, bitch, I'm going.
Larry Moon has entered. Hey Larry. Dontria said a cell phone is a necessity, especially if you have children.
But most people got small businesses. Their hustle is on their phone. A lot of shit. They Uber. You need your phone.
Tracy said, I recently read that people are spending less. Target is having issues getting rid of items. I saw that too, Tracy.
Yeah, I buy less now. I'm finding now I make more clothes than I buy now. It used to be the other way around. I used to buy basics. Now, bitch, I'm gonna make me a biker short. Short set.
So Dontria said, I'm about all the Target, don't worry. And I am. But something I think that could happen is, like, say for instance, young single mothers, I feel like they can like live together and do like a bartering type of system. If I live with you and you work at night, I keep your child, which cuts daycare expenses. And then if I work in the day, you keep the child, you know, those kinds of things.
I mean, that could work, yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's going to have to happen eventually. Or people live in their cars now. We got people living in buses.
That's
cars,
what I think is going to happen.
Vans.
They're converting things as living spaces. But I think that's what's going to happen because everybody, for one, don't want to live with people, and for two,
that's true.
I would convert a bus before I got a roommate.
But I feel like back when we first. After slavery, I hate to take it that far back, but after slavery, when we first migrated from the South, that's what we did. You didn't even know the person. You just knew of somebody that lived up north. You came up here with a letter from somebody that knew somebody, and then you gave them a place to stay until they got on their feet. You helped them get their job. They could live with you for a year or two until they saved up enough money to bring their wife and children up here or do whatever. I feel like we've lost that a long time ago with the whole, I can't live with nobody. People get on my nerves. I can't stand people. I don't want to be around people.
I feel like we've evolved from that. We no longer have to stay 8 to a room and 18 to a house.
I think we need to now. And I think that people, oh Lord.
I'm going to convert that bus. I'm going to get creative.
William Proctor is watching.
Don't get blocked, baby. How you doing?
How you doing tonight,
Come in and sit down quietly.
How you doing tonight? We ain't going to disrespect you if you don't disrespect us.
Just come on in and sit down quietly.
Romo is in the building.
Hey, Romo.
And TT Fontaine. Hi, TT. Who else? Don't Trina said, I've definitely been wanting a roommate, but I love my peace so much. But it's getting to the wire that something got to give, honestly. And I really feel like that it's that way too, don't you?
I think if you are able to tolerate another person living in your space in any way, shape, or form, then by all means be a roommate. In this day and time when you get an efficiency for $14.50 if you're lucky.
Yeah, basically anything's gonna run you between $1,800 and $2,200, and that's on the low end.
That's on the low end.
When I got my very first apartment was in Northeast DC. It was $97.98, and my rent was $299.
But you always used to look up on
that was market rent. That was market rent. That wasn't subsidized or anything, and it was a nice, quaint little 1-bedroom that we used to rock in at all times.
Parties like shit.
And I wish I still had it to this day.
Motherfucking parties.
I wish I still had it to this day. Hey Lauren, how are you? Lauren has entered the chat.
But transversely, my first apartment was me and my sister together. I had a 2-bedroom and a den for everything included for $900. Yeah,
it might have been like $850.
$850 in a nice neighborhood. Well, it turned the hood after, but it was nice when we moved.
Yeah, so times have definitely changed, and we have to change with the times. What are we going to do? You have like single moms, and I can't even just say single moms. Families.
Move this camera over just a little.
There are whole families that cannot keep afloat. So yeah, wait. Oh my God. Hold. Here go Will. I would never have a roommate. I'll give them the numbers to a shelter. And then let me tell you this, because I work in this field, they have a lot of nice shelters in the area.
Okay.
And to be honest, some people would prefer to live outside than to live in a shelter, believe it or not. But they have a lot of nice shelters in the area. They cater to different, if you're a family, if you're transgender, if you're a certain age, if you're a senior, if you're sick. They have a lot of different options out here.
And a lot of the shelters are apartments now.
Joelle has entered the chat. Joelle said,
Joelle, we missed you last week.
Please don't gas him.
No, we did. How you been, Joelle? You gotta be a guest and say all that bullshit you be saying on your page over here, though. I'm still waiting on that.
Yeah, so I do think that we need to get some of our old values back as a black community, and stop trying to act like everybody's sedity, everybody's bourgeoisie, and all of that, and get back to the basics, basically.
I'm gonna convert that bus to live by myself. I ain't for all the family coming over. I don't want my real family to come live with me. So I definitely don't think I could room with a stranger and their family and me and my family in one.
I can room with a family and Mandarin Chinese people.
Yeah.
And have a
this bitch right here literally could live with anybody. Anybody. I lived with her when she was waiting on her apartment or something. We got along, but we probably wouldn't have got along if it lasted 6 months or so. I don't think I could.
I work a lot. I stay out the way, even though I used to love watching TV.
She always had 2 jobs too.
Gina,
but Sue got put out twice. I literally put her out in the hallway one day because me and her was fighting, and you remember that? And I called her at work and was like, "Your daughter's outside." So Sue got put out once or twice. She was around 4.
Yeah, I still had my DC apartment then.
No, you had just moved out. You was waiting on Gateway to get your apartment.
But remember when I had my apartment at Gateway, Pam was living in my apartment in DC. I still had my DC apartment, but I let my mother stay there.
Yeah.
But anywho, Gina has entered the chat.
Hey, Jean.
And then somebody else. But read the next question.
Okay, so the next question, you're gonna have to explain.
Okay, we got a series of questions. The first question is, all 3 questions are from the same person. The first question is, what's more important to you, perception or reality? And I feel like that's big, and it always has been big. But I feel like, of course, with social media, it's heightened. So, do you
perception of reality in
any aspect? Do you care how people see you, or do you care how things really are?
I personally care how things really are. I've been blessed to not really ever care about what other people thought, or, that never controlled my life or anything like that. I'm going to always be me. So,
Maggie.
What you perceive my life to be, or what you perceive my relationship to be, or my job, or whatever, I don't give a fuck. And I care more about how I'm really living.
I feel the same way, and I feel like when you live your life worrying about what people think, you never get to live your true life. You never get to live your true self. And also, I think when you compare your life to other people's, and that's why I think people do it so much, because they compare their lives or what they've done to what other people do, and also living your life on like a timetable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't graduate from college until I was 40 years old, but you try to do everything what society tells you should do by a certain day, a certain time, a certain age, and if you don't do that, some people feel like, oh, well, I'm not accomplished.
I think that's why it's so important to take social media breaks too, because you sit there and motherfuckers actually compare their life to celebrities and the trips that they're taking and the whatever they're doing. Some people are going into debt.
When I was driving here.
Seriously?
Yes.
Some people go into debt trying to match it with strangers that you don't even motherfucking know. Like, so I think it's important to take social media breaks too to get back to reality. I'm not one to post a whole bunch. Thank you, babe. You done made a D. How you doing? I'm not one to stay online a whole lot. This bitch love to be online. I'm not an online type of person for that very reason. You almost start feeling bad about your motherfucking self if you keep looking at this shit like, God damn, I ain't got this.
That's if you allow it. Mm-hmm. But hold on, there's so many comments coming in and I'm behind.
Okay.
But your phone is not up to date with what I see. So
you always want to blame my line.
Okay, so the same person, I'm gonna read the comments, so I'm gonna catch up. But the same person, we're going to try to work out the kinks as we go along. Debbie, why are you trying to force yourself to get into it? Move the hell out the way.
Doctoria said, who the bartender? I'm calling the people.
Yeah, so my 13-year-old is bartending.
Don't act like y'all mother ain't never sent y'all to the store.
In some countries, Debbie will already be a husband with children, so hey.
Debbie, take Maggie.
Okay, now.
Okay, the comments have caught up.
Yeah. Okay, so but explain the rest of that question too. After you get to the comments.
If I didn't have a child, I would have 2 roommates. Don't you?
Really?
Yeah, we kind of like behind on the comments, which I wish we could. But anyway, the next question. Oh, Cena has entered the chat.
Hey, Cena.
Hey, Cena.
We always love your input, girl.
Yeah, I told Sue to tag you. I told my daughter to tag you in.
I can't find her name.
And so the next question from the same person is, how do you? Okay, say for instance,
what buttons you keep pushing?
Say for instance, you're married to or you're dating someone that is selfish or mean, and you're giving and nice. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like that is a clash? It says, are you more interested in how someone treats you or the consistency of their character overall? So what's y'all take on that? Like, if you're a giving person, could you be with somebody that's always like, why you doing that for someone? So don't give them shit, like, fuck them. No. Could you be with a Will Proctor, basically?
No, I could. If I was that type of person, I could not be with someone who always said, why are you doing that for somebody transversely? If I was that type of person, that'd be like, why the fuck are you doing that for that person? I could be with someone who wasn't like me. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I was that person, that shit would get the fuck on my nerves. You keep saying, why am I doing this? But if I was that person, I definitely could be with somebody that's giving, and I wouldn't trip. Like, that's just who they are. I love that. I would love that about you.
I feel like your character is more important than anything, in my opinion.
For sure.
And, of course, I know everybody's not going to be the hood Mother Teresa. like myself, but you still have to have a certain level of like characteristics that I possess.
Yeah.
Or it's not going to work.
Like she definitely could never date somebody selfish, stingy, out for self. Like I think you would be very turned off. You would be very disgusted, and it would be no way that you could have a relationship with that type of person.
Yeah, I couldn't. Okay.
But are y'all, like, what do y'all think? What would you care about? What do you care more about? Their character and also, you might catch people that, you should really pay attention to their character, because you might catch people on the wrong time or the wrong day. Like, they might say some fucked up shit because of some other shit that already happened, and you judge them based on that.
You know who you're with.
Yeah.
By the time. And
your character overall.
And then another thing, I'm sorry to cut you off, but another thing I feel is when you get with somebody, say you've been with the same person since y'all was like 18, 20, 22. Mm-hmm. Over time, everybody is supposed to grow and evolve.
Yes.
Oh, who we were, when people say they knew me and I was 15, I'm almost 50 now. You really don't know me.
Right.
Or whatever. So you may have gotten with a person and y'all was on one accord at that time, but over time, just the trajectory of your life, y'all just went into two different paths.
Different experiences, and all that. I agree.
Okay, so the next question is, kids 12, 13, 14 sitting up cussing in front of their parents. You know, little kids at the bus stop saying bitch and fuck you in front of 80 and 90-year-olds. You know, all kinds of stuff like that. Do you allow your children to curse in front of you? And if you do, at what age did that start? Me personally, my kids cannot ever curse in front of me. I just think like, and I curse like a sailor, I feel, but I feel like that's just something I don't want to, and I hang with my kids, but some things I draw the line at, and I don't want you cursing in front of me, because I feel like if you do it in front of me, you'll do it in front of other elders, and I just would not want my child to be cussing. I love seniors. So when I'm hanging with a senior, I might be at the hospital with them, whatever, and a little potted mouth child is cussing. I'm like, you don't see this old lady right here? Like, you don't have no fucking respect. What the fuck happened?
I agree. Oh, okay.
I need to see the comments.
To answer honestly, when me and my mother Kiki, and we got that type of relationship. So do I cuss around my mother? Yes. It started when I was around 40. It didn't start when I was little. It was kind of like it slipped and then it went somewhere else. But me and my mother got a different type of relationship. So, but I know
D Parks is in the building.
Hey D.
Dontria took it back a little bit and said she used to taste the beer when she opened it for her mom, in regards to Debbie being the bartender. Okay, Tracy said always be respectful.
I was about to say, but I know that everybody else, other older people that's my mother's age, some of them don't play that shit. So I don't curse around them. I know my mother. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't curse around them. I would definitely give them the utmost respect and all of that. But hey Max.
Come on.
But yeah, 13, 14, I definitely wouldn't be cussing around nobody. Who wrote that paragraph? 13, 14, I damn sure was not cussing around people older than me. I wasn't cussing around.
Oh my God, Quintessa has entered the chat. You're not gonna come on here thinking we in fucking Harvard University.
Tess, what you got to say, baby?
That's who wrote that paragraph.
Please read her paragraph.
Tess is like another version of me. We're very much kindred spirits, and we're both Virgos. Anyway,
read her paragraph.
Tess said, my children, all adults, except for one, and I do not condone it. I don't care how our relationship is. I feel like some things are disrespectful and distasteful. And which one of your kids ain't grown? Chummy's a grown ass man.
Both of your kids grown. Yeah. What you talking
Gina
about?
said, my son cuss around me. He's 39. I don't care. That's just the one thing. And it's more because, like,
I think it's a personal choice.
Everything is a personal choice in life.
No, I'm saying, like, the relationship that you have with your, it depends on the relationship that you have with your kid.
Cena said, I curse around my mom. I've cursed around her since I was 17. I believe my kids are 10 and 14. They are allowed to curse, but they won't LOL. It has to be something really shocking going on for them to curse. Stall out, boo out.
Do y'all feel like cursing is a sign?
18 Virgo.
Okay,
Chummy is 19. Chummy's a grown ass man. Chummy getting swat while he away at school. You think he ain't grown?
Is Chummy getting swat? Text inbox me. Let me know about what's going on.
Chummy bending over them Latina girl.
And he play football. He getting plenty ass. Anyway, do y'all feel like cussing is just a form of expression?
I do.
Like Cena just said, it got to be something really bad going on for them to curse. Do you feel like, do you allow them to express themselves that way? They come home mad, or you still want the parents to be like, okay, watch your mouth, girl.
Okay, like Sue might cuss around me on accident. Like, say she's talking to another one of her friends, she'll be like, sorry, mommy. Like, I just don't want her to think this is the norm.
It's cool.
And yeah, but like if her friends cuss around me, I'll be like, hey, I don't be like, hey, don't curse around me, or whatever the case may be. Some of them might say sorry, mom, and some of them might not. It's, you know,
they always say that they forget that you're my mom.
They think I'm like a peer.
Cool.
They kind of think I'm a peer.
Forgetting that that's your mom.
Bitch, they think she's a peer, y'all.
Okay, Sue said I curse when I'm mad on accident. I don't get in trouble. D said I agree, Tone, but I ain't cussing in front of my mom, so mine will not cuss in front of me.
I agree.
How you agree then? You
No,
want to agree with Tone so bad.
I agree with that.
That don't even
because
make sense.
because that's the dynamic they have. That's the dynamic he has with his mother. You know how some people mothers, it's still that mother.
But he
son.
just said he don't cuss in front of her.
That's what I'm saying. There's a mother-son type of relationship there. That's their dynamic. Me and my mother's more girlfriends than mother-daughter.
Me and Sue are, but still.
No,
said
not like me and my mother.
It's definitely a form of expression. It doesn't bother me. Depends on the context as well. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that for sure.
I do agree.
I'm trying to think of something else we had in there. The questions. We ain't asked your last question, Tess, because I feel like we asked that last week in a way. Like her last question was, when do you leave the relationship when it no longer serves you, or if you know it's kind of over? But we asked that last week, so some questions are kind of redundant. No, go to Messenger. Those aren't.
This is the actual docket.
But that was from last week.
Right. Just scroll down. All of them there.
Okay. This one is, okay, if your man or your woman has a business or a service, if your man is the weed man, do you pay for weed? If your man throw parties, do you pay to go to the party? If your woman do cakes, do you pay for the cakes? So what do y'all feel about that?
So the post says, it's crazy if she sells plates and charges you for dinner and y'all fucking.
Okay,
personally,
fucking and being somebody's man or woman.
No, we're changing it to
totally different things.
Yeah, we're changing it to that's your girl.
No, I think fucking is better because I think that's better than if it's your girl. Because I kind of feel like if it's your girl or your wife, you kind of know, like, I'm not paying for
even if we fucking, I'm not paying for weed.
Okay, so but you also said if your man has
I could pay you in vagina.
If your man throw parties, would you pay to go to the party?
No.
Could you and your girlfriends get a table
for
free at his party?
Special occasion, if it's my birthday, if it's whatever, yeah, me and my girls are coming, you better accommodate us. Not better, but it would be lovely if you accommodated us. On a regular night, because it's Saturday night, I'm never going to pay, but my girls are going to pay because it's a business. He, like, this is what he do for a fucking living. I'm helping him by bringing motherfuckers that's going to pay. Therefore, I get it for free. And vice versa. If he need a shirt made real quick for his Sunday, whatever, I wouldn't charge him. You look out for me, I look out for you.
Would you buy his fabric?
No, bitch, I only buy your fabric and you like my sister.
So he got to buy his own.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna charge you to make the motherfucker though.
I don't get charged for anything, by the way. But yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're having sex with the person, you kind of
that's the payment.
You kind of.
You were supposed to find
yeah. So you think sex is the payment?
It was too expensive.
Do this later.
Sorry.
Do this later.
Sorry.
Do you think sex is the payment?
Yes. So I can pay you in pussy, but I cannot pay you in cash.
So if the weed man is just your sneaky link, should you buy your own weed?
I can pay you in pussy, but not in cash.
Okay, we gonna see.
Would you like that? Do you want to have that, or would you want to take something else? Am I Nas from the Grand Boys? I can't. I'm not giving nobody not saying I'm not giving nobody I lay down with money, but whatever perks you come along with, that's gonna be a perk. Whatever perk I come along with.
D said, oh yeah, Tone, LOL.
Yeah.
Antonio said she better take this plate. She better hook this plate up and take this wood. I'll send customers her way.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm just, if he gonna get this plate for free. Bring me some people though. You know what I'm saying? But business is business. I ain't paying for that.
Okay, the next question is...
You paying?
No.
Okay.
No.
You see how this bitch just...
And, like, my girls don't need to pay either.
I said that in the comments. If you having a party...
Wait a minute. So you show up with 6 bitches.
And if you're having a party, that means you probably have a table section, whatever. Why are we paying? We come in and we partying with y'all. Y'all want to look lit, cool, live, right? You need pretty people that look lit, cool, live.
Okay,
right?
but if he's a promoter,
then
take that. I feel like eat that, and me and my girls come.
Yeah, that's a part of your promotion. We are the promotion.
Okay,
we can post a little flyer, say pop out. We gonna be here. Maybe other people won't come, but no, we're not paying.
Okay. Y'all ain't shit. You hear this?
Like mother, like daughter.
Neither one of these bitches.
We think alike.
Neither one of them ain't shit.
Okay, next question. Girl code. Ladies, is it okay for you to... I'm going to go to them. Okay. Is it okay for you to pillow talk with your man? And the real question was, the real statement was, your man is your man and he not my friend. Why do he know my business? So speak on that while I go into these comments.
I totally agree. My friends are my friends. They ain't got nothing to do with my nigga. Stay out my business. That's why I don't let people in my phone. That's why I don't... That's not catching up again?
No, your phone is bootleg.
My phone's a 13, baby.
Okay, so is mine, but go.
Okay, but don't do that. You don't do me.
Anyway.
So, this bitch make me sick. Okay, so I think that my friend's business is none of my man's business. That's why I don't allow people to go through my phone. That's why I don't... What she's telling me, she could be telling me her medical business. She could be telling me... I slept with John last night. Why the fuck would you want to know that or need to know that?
Tracy said everyone pillow talks.
To a certain extent. I'm not going to tell real business. I'm not doing it. I'm not telling anything. Now, anything they tell me, if he my nigga for real, but if they're real business, I know what they wouldn't mind me saying. And what they would mind
me saying. Excuse me, to backtrack a little bit, Don Trina said, definitely depends on business. Also, if he sells weed and giving it away to me and my friends decreases his product, then friends gotta pay. But something like letting me in a club, etc., that won't decrease his product. It's something he can spare.
Oh no, but
Tess said Tina will have that.
Gonna pay for their
yeah, my friends paying for their weed.
Tess said I will have that man destitute. Tina will have that man destitute. Me and my crew up and through there.
You know what I'm saying? She bringing 50 bitches with her. Get us in.
Tess said I agree.
Get us the fuck in.
Tess said I agree, Tracy. Everyone pillow talks. And Jess said everyone pillow talks, but you have to learn to keep some parts between you and your friends.
Okay, everyone pillow talks, but if...
And Antonio said don't turn it into a full on gossip. Okay, I got something to say a little bit about Jess's comment.
What's Jess's comment?
Jess said everyone pillow talks, but you have to learn to keep some parts between you.
That's what I'm saying.
Jess, on that, I feel like my whole thing is you kind of like know what kind of man you got. If I back when I was with my ex, I could tell him anything about any of my friends. He would never throw it in their face and he would never turn on them or whatever. But you know when you got a man that soon as he get mad at you and you done told him something, that bitch go throw you under the bus. Right. Like, you know when you got a man that tip draw, that run his mouth like a girl.
Tip draw, bitch.
I be around the youngins. You know when you got a man that tip draw, that run his mouth like a girl, that soon as he get halfway mad at you, he's telling your business, so he definitely gonna tell your friend's business. So I feel like at the end of the day, you gotta know what the guy that you're dealing with, and you're telling stuff too. Hold on. It's Cena said, unless my friends gives the okay, my husband isn't privy to my friend's business. I don't want them feeling like they can't tell me anything, and I don't want him feeling any kind of way about my friends. I agree. Tracy said everyone do it, and you and your man BFFs, he probably gonna know a little bit more than he should. That's just